So right now, Afrofuturism and the Black Fantastic is like having a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know there was a band, Drexcia, is that right? And they was that functioning at about the same time? And then as you guys are making this, are you at all thinking about sort of futurity and how the music of the past in Detroit is going to then impact kind of the music and the educational spaces of Detroit in the future? Is that at all one of your considerations?
I mean, I think with this film, I've been listening to this music for so long, and now most music it does come back. It does have resurgences. This is having a resurgence. I started to feel like Juan making this futuristic sound was kind of, putting him and his friends in the future. And so here we are now able to continue to enjoy it and teach our kids about it and have it fit in this space that this was sort of by design. And so that is also, I think, a definite theme that has just kind of emerged through all of this. We didn't set out, thinking about this Afrofuturism aspect of it. It just kind of resulted, and this is all new.
And then from the point of Drexcia, and the timeline that we're looking at, Drexcia will be coming in like our next installment, but the Afrofuturism that they kind of reflect, we haven't necessarily, beyond Juan's connection to early technology and him start having the techno speak dictionary, and just how him and the gentleman Rick Davis, when they created Cybertron, how they were constantly thinking about the future. And, of course, they were Star Trek geeks. They were guys that really were in the space and things of that nature. So they were really creating worlds, future worlds in their head to create this music that they had. And that's some of what we're telling, some of the story we're telling. But again, at that point, they were underground. So they were calling their music techno, but nobody else was. And so, just over time, the techno moniker came, and then like this whole Afrofuturism from Detroit kind of became clear to people that through this music, there's some futuristic connection, and we use Greg Tate to kind of like tap into that and tell us that really going back all the way to Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, going back to Frederick Douglass. There's always been this future-oriented aspect of how folks looked at the future, or looked at their lives in the future. So we connect that to Juan and what he was doing, what he and Rick were doing. And so from that standpoint, we definitely tap into it, but we don't talk about Afrofuturism like as a term or in a moment in the film. And, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, from a standpoint, we talk about it, but we don't necessarily say, okay, that's Afrofuturism, so to say,